Hey, good evening, everyone. It is May 21st, 2014, and we are here at the art table and ready to go, or just about, I think. Let's close that window for a second. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Whoa, not on the stage yet. There we go. Yes, Cyrilla, she's already meowing over there. Okay, let's bring me up. Hey, lady. Oh, we should be on a... Sorry, I got a couple of things. Should be over there. Nope, wrong one. Over there. Yeah. Get that going. Okay, everyone. So, yeah, we are here for the live stream. All right. Yeah, that one light is a little far out, huh? Well, that makes it very spooky and dark all of a sudden. Oh, yeah, I got some adjustments to make with this thing, obviously. All right, but anyway, yeah, May 21st. Yeah, I've been doing some differences here with the lighting setup, of course, because I got my Whatnot streams sometimes too. Those happen on whatchamacallit, well, obviously on the Whatnot app. Anyway, yeah, so back to these weekly live streams. I don't know. I know that I'm doing 9 o'clock today. Part of it was I had some plans, but so I kind of moved it last minute. But I don't know. I really am thinking about like changing the time, because when I did what was that? When I did the Whatnot show, I've noticed that, and even on this show, it seems like the later time actually works better. So maybe doing an hour. I know that's kind of weird because I just tried to move the show from 2 hours to 1 hour, but now I'm starting it later. I don't know. I might do that anyway. Hopefully we get some viewers in. So for this week, though, just got greenlit for another season of The Beast with the Echidna comic. Plus, I'm already continuing the Chadiana story from the first season, so that means I'll have 2 7-issue stories for season 2 of Echidna comic. That's really great. I'm very happy about that. I think I mentioned Upper Deck. That job came in finally. Was waiting a little bit longer than originally anticipated for that to come in, and now I am also doing what was that third one? Oh, I'm forgetting. Anyway, that Geekdom Con is this weekend. That's the Geekdom Con convention. That's this weekend in Oaks, Pennsylvania, in the greater Philadelphia area exposition center. And it's going to be a crazy June. I mean, I'm at the second annual Cryptid and Paranormal conference. I am at Sci-Fi Valley Con again this year, Fan Expo Boston, which is going to be at the Heinz Center, and this is like a different what is that also for them? Different location and different time of the year, because they haven't, Fan Expo's never done it in June, not the Boston one anyway. And then Garden State Comic Fest in Morristown, New Jersey, and then I'm going to be doing Undiscovered Realm Comic-Con in White Plains at the end of June. So yeah, and then I finally get a week off again from shows. At least I'll still be working on all kinds of stuff. Lots of stuff happening with Chadiana behind the scenes. So yeah, there's been that too. I've been putting a lot of work into that. Anyway, if Cyrilla's not here, we can get started pretty quickly. Although I think I didn't put my Oh no, they are right here. I forgot to put them behind the drawing table, or yeah, the drawing board, I should say. Going back to those ink pieces from last week, but I just gotta make sure the camera's set up correctly, because hopefully it'll be seeing. Yeah, I know that's gonna get really washed out, but don't worry, we're not staying on me the whole time, right? Yes. All right. Now the one thing is, camera's never in the right spot anymore, because with the Whatnot shows, I have to move the camera around. So I got to use it a little differently on those shows. So it's not always keeping in its normal spot for the live streams, but it's not like the live streams are always getting a whatchamacallit, not always staying with the same setup every time. Anyway, so there we go. Wonder where my cat is. All right, so where were we? I don't know what that's about. Chair? I don't remember why I would have written that. When to go. Tempest Horseman. We were working on last week the Golem piece, right? No, I didn't get to touch it since then. When I said I was working on Chadiana, I meant it. Like that is the sole project that occupied my time last week. And so far this week, other than doing like the 2 back-to-back shows, the New Jersey Horror Con and Film Festival's horror sideshow, and the what was that? That was the man, that's really bad for me to forget. Ken Lawrence's show, the New Jersey Collector Fest, right? Thank you, Cyrilla. Thanks for reminding me. How are you, Beely? Yeah. Actually, Collector Fest was really nice. I got to see I got to meet, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, so let me just look it up. Correct pronunciation, so I don't botch this up on a live stream. Daniel. Gosh, I knew it. I got this wrong. Oh, right. Daniel Pazina, right, who is the was the actor for Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Johnny Cage in the original Mortal Kombat, which was really cool to meet him because, first of all, he's a really nice guy. And, you know, even though I'm horribly out of shape for it, I've done martial arts as well, though, you know, he was doing different martial arts than me. I did Taekwondo and a little bit of Muay Thai and barely enough Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he did Jiu-Jitsu, Shotokan Karate, and Judo. But yeah, Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter were probably the 2 games that got me into wanting to do martial arts in the first place. And in Mortal Kombat, Scorpion was always my favorite character. So getting to meet the man who helped bring those characters to life. In fact, from what I understand, he helped co-create them from what he was telling me. That was a lot of fun. You know, I had a really good time getting to meet him at the show. So it was a highlight. Plus, the show was really good. You know, horror sideshow was always fun. I'm not gonna lie, attendance was a little low for that one, but usually it's not. So I considered it kind of a fluke. But I know they were trying a new venue, and honestly, the venue was nice. You know, it was at a Delta hotel. Place was like perfectly laid out. So yeah, I hope they'll still do it there. Just work out whatever didn't go right with the actual attendance of people at the show. But anyway, yeah, it was It's good time, good weekend. Plus, I was actually back teaching for one day only at the Teen Arts Festival, which I didn't really talk about till after the fact, because again, like it is not really open to the public. It's more like a high school thing, so I didn't really want to like blast it out there that I was going to be teaching a class at something that, on the off chance that somebody decided they wanted to like try to show up, I just didn't really feel like that was fair when it's really like a school event, even if it is happening at, or did happen, as it always does, at Bergen Community College in New Jersey. But that was fun. I got to scratch that teaching itch again, which to some degree I do on this live stream, but not the way I normally would in the past, or still would like to, so to speak. Sorry, I want some consistency in these illustrations. So to some degree I got to reference back. I remember what I was doing with these, definitely not that one. Trying to use a lot of the same tools too. These brush pens, which I really like, I haven't touched them in years. Obviously, they're still working, but I haven't used them because I've been saving them for this book specifically, because these were the tools I was using on this book. And even though my art has improved, I still, like when I finished up the Wonderland collection late, I still decided to use just the 01 micron, because that's what I exclusively used on all of the illustrations in there, and worked out really well, initially, but trying to make sure well, of course it worked out well. What am I saying? It was to give it that old wood scratch board type of like old illustration look, so just the 01 microns, like what this is, very thin like that. And those that was to keep the consistency. Even though my art had changed a little bit, I still wanted to make sure I was doing it in the same with the same materials, so that it would at least look similar, even if the artwork had improved. And so the same thing here. Unfortunately, with the Lovecraftian horrors, I was a little bit more eclectic with my use of materials from illustration to illustration. So that will have some, that I'll be able to be a little bit more free with when I go to it, but all the more reason why I want to make sure that these stick to the same products as before, at least in the beginning. I mean, I'm sure that this particular brush pen is going to run out of ink at some point before the end of this set, and then I'm just going to have to move over to my Pentel. But at least those will be later illustrations in the book, so it won't look so much like I stopped. Wow, that really washes stuff out, man. What a horrible, unfortunate thing there. Well, I guess you guys can still see it on the camera, right? Yeah. Zoom it in a bit, maybe. If I'm going to have the ability to move this around, I might as well actually move it around, because, at first I was trying to keep them all very much like, I was trying to keep the camera in the same place and just move move the arm around, just so that the next live stream, the camera setup was the same. But yeah, now with the Whatnot shows on Wednesday, it kind of makes it a little harder. Do check those out. If you're on Whatnot, I'm over there at JMD Writist, right? So actually, it's easier for me to do it on the... oh my my God, Cyrilla, what a great time to do that. Oh my God. So anyway, yeah, since Cyrilla's in the way, it's a perfect time to just pop that up right there. You know, I am on Whatnot as JMD Writist, WRITEIST. All right. And yeah, that's where you can find me every week, right? Selling my prints, original artwork, and hopefully books and comics as well some weeks, right? Hey, Cyrilla, what's up? Lady, come on. I really have a live stream going. You gotta let me work over here. Anyway, for those on the app, on the Whatnot app, yeah, come check out those episodes as they happen. Like this show, I might move them up. I think I had already said that. You know, going with like more of a what is that? A 9 o'clock time rather than this thing seems to be really having some issues here, huh? Right. Well, not issues. I don't mean it like that, but it's like seems to be a little bit not so reactive as far as the ink goes. I'm not sure how much this will affect it. This is a half and half water and ink solution, which is mostly just for cleaning my ink brushes while I'm working with them, but it's also to reactivate stuff. Now that's going to look super gray because I just dipped it in water. There we go. It's coming through now. Hopefully it reactivates a little better. I just feel like the brush is not putting the ink down all over the bristles. It's like kind of not perfect there. Anyway, take that off. All right. Better? I don't know. Maybe not. Might have to move to a different tool, at least for this area, because that is not working the way it needs to. See, that's really good for other work. It's not thick enough. I'm gonna have to use my pen towel. Oh, Pentel brush pen. Here we go. Coming through. Oh no. Man, pen 1,000 today. Where is that? Oh. Front pocket. Okay. Rolling it out. Pentel pen. There we go. Let's get that going. Yeah, see, that's more of what I feel like that other brush pen should be doing, but maybe it's on its way out. Like I said, I haven't used them in a while, but that one I was using extensively before when I was working on this book originally. So it may be that I kind of used a lot of the ink in it, you know. Would make a lot of sense if I did or had used a lot of that ink. Anyway. As I remember too, that was another thing with these Inktober or Arttober or whatever pieces. usually you try to get them done in about an hour, or at least that's what I would shoot for. In the first 2 books, that was working, although some of the Alice pieces, even at the original time of doing the challenge, they were not always getting done in an hour. But now, when I got over to the Lovecraft and this book, they were taking, wouldn't say substantially longer, but they could take 2 to 3 hours to do each piece, which is obviously not ideal when you're doing a daily art challenge, unless that's the only, or some of the only art you're doing. Sometimes the only art you're doing that day, because 2 to 3 hours is a lot to dedicate to one new piece a day. When you're not able to do anything else during that time period. So. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The receipt in my pocket. I'm wondering what I keep clicking on over there. All right. Oh, guy running around there. Right, I was going heavily with a lot of the lighting and everything. And a lot of it with that brush pen. The brush pen was doing quite a bit. I'm just, again, trying to keep it somewhat consistent. All right, well, yeah, I guess I was going really, really deep with it over there. Nope, wrong one. God. Can't even decide which one is the one I'm trying to use here. Right. Brush pen, not this one. Here we go. This brush pen could die on this one. Or run out of ink, I should say. I don't know, YouTube doesn't like that word. Doesn't like the D word. And again, this is for an art book, all of monsters and myths. I was going to get it ready for that cryptid show, but I just don't think I'm going to have the time to. But if I keep it up on these live streams at night, that might be worth doing. Of course, it'll take forever to get through it if I only do it during the live stream. So I am going to have to pick up the slack during the days. But that's fine. That's doable. It's definitely doable. Only real difference between this and something in a sketchbook is at least I put a very rough amount of pencils down on it before I go in and start doing the rest. It helps though, it really does. My pen pal again for a little bit. Yeah. Why my hair is really bothering today. Actually, here I am humming, but that's what I had gotten this guitar loop for too, not just the intro, but for backgrounds and such on the videos. Oh my god. I'm feeling it all of a sudden today. That's a good question. What am I going to do here? Oh, that really strong light is kind of cool, though. It's possible I'll leave it pretty white down by that fire, then. It seems like a good idea. Let's see who are the quick bouncers in and out over here. Again, I can always see the Facebook likes. I can't always see the ones for YouTube when they come up. Quiet chat, quiet night, but that's okay. Usually the quiet nights I can get more drawing done. Which is fine because there's so much drawing and so much writing to do. On that topic, besides a kid in a comic, bunch of lore building work to do, and I have another novel I want to get started on. Well, I wouldn't say get started on, I would say continue working on. Because I kind of already started it in the sense of planning it out and stuff like that. But it's just kind of like a cursory planning. It wasn't like the full thing. Got a bunch to get done for Darkfire Press. Yeah. Big things. Big things all around. I just feel like the light. Okay. I think I got it. I think I know what I'm going to do. And yeah, that has to be more in the dark too. That's kind of ridiculous that it wouldn't be. Almost like you don't know what your light sources look like. That's weird. My screen and my phone and laptop were showing me different things on the screen, but it was not doing that. Gotta look up occasionally in case there's comments in the chat and such. Right? Right. Was that the one I was using? No, I don't know. No, I think that's the partially dead one. Partially used YouTube. Partially used. And I lose track of my supplies, which is embarrassing. No, I think this is it. I just usually have so many tools that I'm using simultaneously, either on a piece or, just generally I have sometimes like 2 of these ones, actually sometimes like 3. 2 of the graphics, 2 each of the zebra pens, just all going at once because, I feel like the tip starts to become a little funny, and so I want to change it or give it a rest so I can keep working, and then they kind of both start going dull at the same time, and I can't tell which is better than the other, and they just wind up in this endless cycle of pen uses until finally I decide they're dead enough or used enough to throw out. And then that's what happens. They get thrown out. I remember the days when I was using dip pen, and I remember the days when I had switched over to the rapidograph. Although those were a pain because you had to change the cartridges and wash them out every time, especially with like what was that stuff like pen cleaner solution, Just was not the easiest thing to use all the time. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 As we get closer to that fire, I imagine it would get a little brighter. Of course, that makes sense, JM. Why wouldn't it get brighter near the fire? I'll tell you, my daily habit of working on my sketchbook during the day is certainly helping me keep a little looser as the day progresses, because I've already done like a whole bunch of just like really loose work. And it just makes my dexterity and confidence in that with my hand just quite a bit better. And I sketch still almost exclusively with pen in my sketchbook, so that makes stuff like this go a lot quicker because I don't feel like I'm having to be so careful with the lines all the time. I may still want to do something with, oh, that's really like washed out just that, isn't it? I don't know if turning this off for a second will show all that line work. No, it will not. Okay. Not going to help with this. I turn the light off. All right. Well, it is what it is. It's supposed to be like iron bands that help hold the clay man together. The golem. Actually, that's a good question. Would they be iron bands? Maybe not. Well, it's not a demon, so I guess they could be iron bands, couldn't they? It's demons that have issues with iron. Oh, Cyrilla sounds like she's coming back. Hey, Rel. Oh, bumped your head a little bit. You okay? What's up, lady? See, once I'm warmed up, I feel like well, I spoke too soon. I was going to say it's a little bit easier to deal with your antics, but no, it's not. It's not. You still are a bit distracting at times, but that's okay. You're not going to sit down there, are you? Oh, really? Cyrilla, you're moving the camera. You're moving the camera. People want to see their artwork. Well, they want to see my art. I don't know. They want to see the artwork on the paper right now. Oh, man, lady, what are you doing? You're all wrapped up in the charging cord now. Well, don't bite it. Hello, Cyrilla. They're playing outside. Just freaking out because there's, I guess, little kids playing outside. Which reminds me, when I was at the Teen Arts Festival, I mentioned Manhunt, and I really thought all of the teenagers nowadays would not know what Manhunt was, but they surprised me. They knew. They had heard. Well, a few of them had heard of it. Not everyone knew Manhunt, but it was a game where it's kind of like hide and seek, but much cooler. Usually outdoors. But there's like a home base that you gotta like. It's almost like hide and seek meets Metal Gear Solid. You're like trying to get back to the base before the one that's hunting, everyone can find you. And they got to catch you too. It can't just be like they see you, they got to catch you. So yeah, it's like tag, hide and seek. That's a little bit of Metal Gear Solid thrown in. I guess that's the best way I could quickly describe it. One person's the manhunter. Everybody else hides while they count. Usually you do it at night. Makes it even better. Outdoors, you try to hide. And then make your way back to the base. And it's up to the hunter, or I guess you could play with more than one hunter, to find all the hiding people. Of course, the idea is to make it back to the base so the people that are hiding also want to continue to move, because not only do they not want to get found, but they want to make it to the base. Right? Why do I feel like I'm missing something on the rules to that game? Been a long time since I played it, kids. Oh, Rel, you are such a ham. Everyone wants to look at you, right? Should go into modeling. No, I feel like that would have been wrong to do to you. I was just thinking maybe I should have made you a cat model, but then I don't know. I feel like monetizing your pet is like monetizing your kid. Is it really right? Maybe I missed a golden opportunity to make my millions, though, Cyrilla. Oh, yeah, now you're going to sit right in front of me, right? We got like 5 minutes left on the clock, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to make sure it's impossible for me to finish strong here. That's all right. Something about this is bothering me, though. Yeah, I don't like that either. Cyrilla, you're like... Your head position sometimes is becoming a bit invasive on the flow of the brush. I don't know why she comes up here to get in the way just to leave again, but man, she is good at what she does. That's for sure. I love that cat, though. Don't tell her I said that. It's okay, I tell her all the time. Oh my god. I can't be yawning already. I've been really working on trying to be up a little bit later so that when I'm on these live streams, not only am I going less time, but if I'm up later, then I won't seem so exhausted at the end of the day when I'm doing these. Yeah, something about that is not working. It was a good idea in first, in theory. Maybe it is. No, these have to be longer. Mhm. I think I'm gonna have to darken those too. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. That's too bad. It's a lot of extra work. My hair is like at that just terrible position where it's hitting me in the eye. I had cut it a little short in the front part the last time. I guess kind of on purpose, but it's coming back to haunt me as the ends of those strands just poked me in the eye. Yesterday they weren't even doing it. It's like they just grew long enough overnight to become that kind of problem. And it'll probably be a week before they're long enough that they're not having that. Oh, okay. Hey, Wendy, when did you come in? Oh my God, that was only Wendy. It says 9:59, but I don't see anybody watching right now. That's weird. Well, hi Wendy. I hope you're doing well. I wonder if you're still watching. Good question. Oh, good to see you too. Yeah, for some reason that's weird. It's not even showing anybody viewing the episode right now. In fact, I didn't think anybody was watching, so I was going to be ending it in a minute, but now I'll keep going a little bit longer. I'm glad it arrived okay. I have one person who ordered things from the second show, Shawnee. I don't think she got half of her order still. And I tried going on to Whatnot. Well, right. Well, Paisley wasn't through Whatnot, but I tried going to Whatnot to get it resolved, and all they got is like AI bots to like answer my questions, and I didn't have any patience for that. But I'm glad she made it okay. I was happy with it in the end. Carrie Ann hates it when I say I don't like my artwork when I'm selling it off. Did Shawnee say anything? She just reached out to let me know that it was happening, and I told her I didn't think there was much I could do because, it was already with USPS. But then I did the tracking on it, and it looked like the package was held up somewhere with USPS. And so I went on to Whatnot and tried to resolve it. And, I hate the Whatnot bots because, not the Whatnot bots, the AI bots, because it's like, what are you really going to do? Like, well, I hope it'll move along. I should check in with Shawnee, but I feel like she would have reached out and told me if it arrived already. I just can't believe it's been, I'm going to say about a month that she's been waiting for 2 prints to arrive. One of the other packages arrived since it had to be in 2 packages for some reason. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad Paisley arrived okay. She was fun to draw. Looks like I'm going to be drawing Paisley again. I haven't officially said anything about it, but I was asked to. rejoin the, yeah, it is kind of weird. Since I have you on this stream right now, I had this question that I've been mulling over in my head because attendance was low at my last whatnot, and that was at 8 o'clock last week. And that same week, I had done the live stream really late. I did it at 10. So I was wondering, thank you for the I think I understand what that's for. So I'm wondering, should I be doing the whatnots at, say, 9 o'clock Eastern? Which would be closer to 6 o'clock your time, I think. Because I just, because right now it's 10 o'clock, so I think it's 7 by you. I'm wondering if that would be a better time to do them as like 9 o'clock at night for the whatnots. I just thought 8 would be good, but it was like really underattended. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I felt like when I did it that Friday night and that Tuesday night at Steph and Carrie Ann's, I got more viewers. And then my first night back, I still did it at 8, and I got a decent amount. Yeah, no, I understand you meant later, not layers. In fact, I read it as later, not maybe. Oh, maybe I didn't. I don't know what I did. Well, now you're showing up as viewing. Well, not you, but it shows a viewer. I don't know why StreamYard's so behind on things. Could be just be the weekend thing. Weekend thing. What do you mean weekend thing? Maybe something going on over the weekend. I don't know. I guess it could have been, but it was on a Wednesday. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I thought about moving it later. Maybe I'd get more viewers. Yeah. Maybe something on the weekend. True. Yeah, it was just, I always knew I was going to have one show that was going to not go as well as some of the others. And apparently I hit it in my fourth, which is okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I had a thought, but I didn't want to say it out loud on a stream. Just, how do I say it without saying it? I was reminded of something about your situation. I was like, if I'm not looking at the camera, how do you able to get it? But then I remembered. Yeah, I'm happy you were able to stop by too, Wendy. I'm not going to stay on much longer anyway because we've been a little late. Does it involve squirrels? Squirrels? No. Although, why do I feel like that? Oh, right. Isn't there a squirrel thing? No, wait. I don't know. I feel like streams are getting crossed in my brain right now. I don't know. Yeah, I know you have captions. I figured as much, right? I didn't want to call it out, but it started making sense all of a sudden. I was like, right. Yeah, I totally forgot until it just dropped casually in conversation with Steph and Carrie Ann, and I was like, did I know about that? And I think you did tell me when you were in New Jersey last time. I don't know. Anyway, I know you said you got to go, but I got to try to get up there. Everyone should know, not a secret. I gotcha. Okay, everyone, just so you know, Wendy is among the hearing impaired, and I don't know sign language, so. Although they did tell me, what California is not really. I'm speaking out of my butt right now, but they're not really in support of that, which I just think is BS. I've known people that wanted to learn, what is it, ELS? No, that's not right. No, I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, I will have to teach everyone ASL, right? Oh my God, ELS, right, ASL, American Sign Language. Yeah, anyway, I'd love to learn it. Could always come in handy, learn another language. But yeah, we're gonna have to plan a time that I can get up there by Steph and Carrie Ann when you're there. I still want to really do like a whole trip as long as Steph's up for it. The schools more may move. The schools move towards auditory modality instead. Well, yeah, Carrie Ann said they're paying for it, which I guess makes it easier because not everybody can probably afford it, I'm sure. Yeah, it would be cool though. I would like that, and I'm sure Steph would agonize over it. Well, we would get the best of both worlds, right? Like we would get a lot of like project work done, and then I could force Carrie Ann to take you out and sightsee a bit in Cape Cod as well. Interpreters are expensive. I'm sure they are. I am sure they are. You have to have a real mastery over that. But yeah, Steph is just going to love me making these plans. Steph groans enough when one person comes up and starts feeding Carrie Ann with ideas. Yeah, but we'll get it done. I'm just finding out different times I can go see them, but all right, Wendy. Well, thank you for coming by. Like I said, I know you got to get going. I'm gonna call it in a minute, but yeah. Be well. Enjoy Paisley. Have to get have a great rest of your show. I will talk with you soon. Sounds good. All right, cool. Yeah, sounds great, Wendy. Have a good night. Yeah, and with Wendy going too, I'm probably going to sign off. We're about an hour in on the show, and as I said in past shows, I'm going to try to only go about an hour. 2 hours is a long time when you're at the table and in the studio all day. So, yeah, but I don't know. I might start doing them a little bit later. It seems like that's consistently happening anyway, and seems to work better for some people. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. This weekend, again, I'll be in Pennsylvania at the Geekdom Con. I'll be in, why can't I remember where in New Jersey, the second cryptid and paranormal conferences. Let's look real quick. Parlin, New Jersey. All right. And then now in Altoona for Pennsylvania for Sci-Fi Valley Con, Fan Expo Boston. Should know where that is. Garden State Comic Fest, Morristown, New Jersey. And then at the end of the month, next month, is Undiscovered Realm, which I haven't put on my website yet. I'm just realizing, in White Plains, New York. And I'll be working away on Chadiana, getting stuff done for A Kid in a Comic, and I'm sure I'll have new art drops and things soon. But otherwise, everyone, take care, and I'll, see you next week. I can't say it'll be at 8 o'clock, but maybe 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. See you then. All right. Bye-bye.